Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Daily. It's the 5th of January 2017, and we're going to be giving you your roundup of all of the latest gaming news from across the industry. Our first story of the day for you guys is that the hardcore, military-focused FPS MMO Escape from Tarkov has just had its extended alpha launched. Now, the extended alpha is a very early phase of the development, so currently there's not much gameplay available, and chances to get into the extended alpha are limited. But you can get into the extended alpha if you pre-order the game. There are different levels of the pre-order, and different incentives come with different levels. So if you buy one of the higher tariffs of the pre-order package, you'll get 75% chance of getting into the alpha. People that buy the Left Behind package have a 50% chance of getting into the extended alpha. So it's an interesting way of launching an alpha. Not many games do have public alphas, so it's definitely very interesting to see a public approach to the development of this game, and is something that we're really looking forward to. It's got RPG elements and some interesting cool maps and loads of customization, so we're really looking forward to that. As there's currently not much gameplay available because of NDAs, meaning that you can't release any of the gameplay, it's a little bit hard to judge whether it's worth the pre-order to access the alpha, so I would possibly wait out a bit to see when the NDA lifts, so then we know how good this game actually is, and we can make our own decision about the extended alpha. If we do get a chance to release any gameplay for you guys, we'll do it as soon as possible, and we'll make sure to provide our opinions. We'll also keep you up to date with all of the latest news on the channel. And now we've got a little bit of a sponsored message for you guys. We're going to be providing you guys with 20% off Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. A link is down below in the description. It's the PC version for £32. Our second story of the day is going to be Project Cars 2. Project Cars released last year around about its making of time, and it wasn't as good as it could have been. There were quite a few handling issues, people weren't too impressed, were expecting a bit more, and it seems to be a very hardcore racing simulator, and that wasn't really what people were expecting. Now, a few months ago we were given a slight teaser of Project Cars 2 being in development alongside some of the other projects that they're working on, Project Planes, and titles of a very similar nature. Project Cars 2 has been confirmed and is going to be targeted for a September release. This is something that has been revealed by Ian Bell in a recent interview, and they have also detailed some of the changes that will be coming with Project Cars 2. Newly written physics rules, also tyre modelling systems, and a brand new handling system as well, which will be greatly appreciated. This is something that I think the first game should have had in an update, but obviously that's some limitations that they have. It was a crowdfunded project originally. This project, I believe, isn't crowdfunded, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with Project Cars 2 in September, and we can't wait to see what the improvements are and get some more details surrounding this game. Nvidia have made some quite significant announcements during the CES period. They had a keynote last night, and they announced that the GTX 1050s were going to be coming to laptops. And they also announced something that we didn't manage to cover in our episode last night, was that the GeForce Now service will now deliver on-demand game streaming from either a GTX 1060 or a 1080 via the cloud. This will be available out on PC and Mac computers starting in March. However, something that is going to be slightly disappointing with this service is it isn't particularly cheap. It's going to be $2.50 per hour, which works out at about $25 for 20 hours of gameplay, which, if you work that out, is going to work out quite expensive for major RPGs and games alike, especially if it's games that you play quite consistently. So that's something you do have to take into consideration with this. I would probably only use it for the first hour or two of the game, see if I like it, and then I'll buy the game, because it would probably work out cheaper that way, and you can put in as many hours as you want. Once again, this is only available on GTX 1060s and 1080s. Previously, it was only available on NVIDIA Shield services, so this is something that will be greatly appreciated for the common PC user that wants to use it on their typical PC machine instead than something that's cut down a bit. So that will be launching in March. Quite interested by that service, but it will work out expensive. Users will be able to get 8 hours for free available if they have a 1060, and if they have a 1080, it will be up to 4 hours for free. Not sure why they have two different free trial period lengths there, but that is what is described in the press release, so we'll see what happens with that. Next up for you guys, we've got some information on the latest releases. Now, the Turing Test is a first-person puzzle game which was released in the summer of last year on PC and Xbox One. This was made by the developers behind games like Pneuma Breath of Life and also Battalion 1944. Today they have announced that the game is going to be heading over to the PlayStation 4 on the 23rd of January 2017. So if you do get a chance, do go and pick that up. We really enjoyed it over here on the channel and suggest you also pick up their other game, Pneuma Breath of Life, which was a very enjoyable experience with some easy achievements in as well. Something else that we also wanted to briefly mention in the releases phase is that there won't be any more backwards compatible releases this week. They will be returning next week after the Christmas break, so do stick around for those. No confirmation as to what releases will be coming out on backwards compatibility next week, but they will be returning next week, so do stay tuned for more information regarding that. The next topic we're going to be covering for you guys today is Razer has announced some interesting technology in their CES conference that they were having yesterday. Razer has announced a laptop which has 3 screens attached to it. I'm not particularly sure how successful Project Valerie is going to be, but it's definitely going to be interesting. 17.3 inches each at a 4K resolution. It's got huge viewing space and it's going to be pretty powerful. It will be interesting to see how successful this is, and also in a recent announcement alongside this from the CEO, you can also use just the one screen if you want to. You don't have to have all 3 if you need to be in a confined space. So that's something that will be quite interesting to see how that turns out in the consumer market. It seems to be something more orientated towards hardware enthusiasts. It will be 1.5 inches thick and will weigh less than 12 pounds. So we shall see what happens and see what the reviews are like when that comes out. I believe it's going to be out towards the end of this year. There's nothing confirmed, but we will keep you up to date. Another interesting story coming from the team at Razer is that they are making a projector which lets you use the chroma lighting system in your room, which I'm not sure why you would want to do this. it looks pretty cool. We'll leave a link down below in the description, but how successful this will take off, currently don't know. Project Ariana will be launching at some point soon. They've also had some other things recently which they've launched, which works with rooms, mug, and also a coaster, which was launched in a limited edition. I'll look into the cost of Project Ariana with this projector. It might be something that will be a good alternative to LED strips, which some consumers have in their rooms right now, but I'm not sure how successful this will be and how cheap / expensive it will be. It's quite a powerful technology with LED lights, at least on their keyboard system, so we'll see if it has the same functionality as a projector for your full room. A bit of Final Fantasy news for you guys today. The free mobile game which is available called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Remix is going to be getting Ariana Grande in the RPG. So if you do like Ariana Grande's music, you'll probably like an update which is coming to the free-to-play mobile game. Not much information is really revealed so far, but that will definitely be interesting to see how she is going to be introduced into the franchise. Upcoming medieval fighting game For Honor, which is due out very soon, has had 3 new heroes revealed. The Shugoi is a samurai heavy hitter who wades into battles with a bigger health pool than every other hero in the game, ready to trade blows with his huge spiked club. This go-and-swing style of combat is contrasted by the Peacekeeper, a nimble knight hero who relies on darting into the fray, stabbing enemies with her dagger and causing them to bleed and lose health over time, and then dodging away. The third hero which was revealed today for the upcoming fighting game is also called the Warlord. The Warlord wields a heavy shield and a short sword, making strong defense and cornerstone of his battle strategy, and a video has been released alongside this. It's going to be really cool to see how For Honor develops as a franchise, and I can't wait to play For Honor. Critically acclaimed Uncharted 4 has pulled in 8.7 million sales since its launch last year, Sony revealed today, and the PlayStation 4 hasn't been doing too badly either. During the holiday season, 6.2 million units were sold, which brings the huge total of PlayStation 4 sales to just under 54 million units worldwide, which is huge figures, and this is just in 3 years. Can't wait to see what is happening with the rest of the PlayStation 4 generation, and also what is happening with Project Scorpio, Microsoft's contender to the PlayStation 4 Pro, which launched last year. The Xbox One Scorpio will be launching towards the end this year, so we can't wait to see some more information regarding that. Sales figures are looking high for the PlayStation 4 and Uncharted 4, which is of course very good news for Sony. Capcom have revealed some interesting promotional stuff that they're going to be doing regarding Resident Evil. If you are available in London, there is a 45-minute interactive experience taking place for Resident Evil in preparation for Resident Evil 7, running from the 20th of January to the 23rd of January. You'll be able to walk around a full interactive experience, a bit like a horror maze, in the centre of London. You can book some tickets on the Resident Evil 7 experience website, and there are limited slots for free, so do be quick and try and make sure that you get over to the website as soon as possible if you do want to attend this show. A brand new custom game mode has been revealed for Battlefield 1. The first-person shooter, which launched in October, has had a phase of multiple different custom game modes, with little variants launched officially by DICE every few weeks or so. The latest of these game modes is called Armor Kill, which is a vehicle-friendly spin on Conquest. The following game mode, which will be launching on the 18th of January, called Bleed Out, is a custom version of Rush where downed enemies, soldiers, respawn faster than usual and regenerative health is turned off. So this is definitely something that the competitive players of the game will definitely enjoy, and will also have some new gameplay improvements coming in February. No details were exactly revealed, but the tweaks are based on constant testing and community feedback, a recent blog post revealed. Don't forget, we'll also be getting the first paid expansion in March, so do stick around for more information regarding those updates very, very soon. We've had quite a bit of Mass Effect news over the past few days, with Mass Effect Andromeda release dates being confirmed, also brand new gameplay. Alongside this, on Origin, Mass Effect 2 is going to be offered for free. All you have to do is go over onto the Origin application, register your copy, and it's free for you to keep. Now, it's nothing available on other platforms at this moment in time in terms of free copies of the game, but you can go and get it for free on PC, so take up the offer while you can. These are typically for a limited period of time, so do be quick to make sure you don't miss out on this great RPG for free. Nintendo has been in the news quite a bit recently, especially with the Nintendo Switch press conference taking place next week. Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was originally planned for a 2016 release on the Wii U, was delayed until the 2017 release period because of the Nintendo Switch and also a few performance issues on the Wii U. It was previously suspected and revealed that it wasn't going to be matching the Nintendo Switch release date, which is slated for March 2017. However, it has come clear in a recent report that Nintendo America and Japan are actually planning on launching Nintendo's title Zelda Breath of the Wild alongside the Nintendo Switch in March. However, this information isn't particularly clear about a European release, so we'll have to stay tuned for more information about this. Hopefully next week we'll get some more information about the price and release date of the Nintendo Switch, and some more first-party titles which will be coming very soon to the platform alongside launch. Fans of Diablo 3 are going to be pretty happy this month. A new patch is rolled out on PC, PS4 and Xbox One, which brings in some new 20th anniversary content. But this patch also rolls out support for the PlayStation 4 Pro with 4K resolution. It's not 100% sure what changes these exactly are and if this impacts the performance, but it will definitely be a greatly appreciated performance boost, hopefully, for the PlayStation 4 Pro users. Enjoy the patch, go and download it. I hope you enjoy. HTC at CES over the past few days has revealed some interesting information about its plans for the upcoming year. This year they're going to be launching a $250 module, which means that you can turn the headset into a wireless device instead than having it attached with wires to your desktop PC. This is quite an interesting adaptation for the HTC Vive and is much appreciated, because currently being wired in to your PC is quite a pain. So having this module will be quite successful, hopefully, and will also enable more people to be able to use the Vive, we hope. Another thing that they've also announced is a monthly subscription plan to the Viveport App Store. This means that you can get access to certain content for free for a monthly subscription. It's similar to the way that Netflix and Spotify works, and you can try out a variety of apps and content. This means that you can get thousands of apps and games which are available on the platform for a monthly fee, which is quite a reasonable price, hopefully, about $10. If it's something like that, it will be very worthwhile, and I suggest if you have an HTC Vive, you check that out alongside the tracker module to make it a wireless virtual reality device. Now, following on from earlier on when we talked about the Nintendo Switch, we didn't really know much about the games that were going to be coming with the Nintendo Switch. On January the 13th, we will be getting a deep look into the games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch at launch and also later on in the year. It's going to be at 9:30 AM Eastern Time on the Twitch channel as a part of Treehouse. So do go onto youtube.com/Nintendo or twitch.tv/Nintendo on the 13th of January at 9:30 AM EST to get all of the latest information and a deep look into all of the upcoming titles for the Nintendo Switch that have been revealed and will be revealed. Xbox has had a milestone year for 2016 and has teased some interesting information about what is happening over the next year. There are exceptional changes apparently with the UI and performance of Xbox Live, with some brand new features coming in next year, over the next year, and also Project Scorpio is shaping out to be something quite spectacular. Xbox revealed in a press release today that there were 3.9 billion hours of engagement on Xbox Live during November and December, which is a 23% increase year on year. There are some quite interesting statistics that Microsoft revealed over this press release about last year in review, and gave a few teasers about what is happening over the next year. So we'll leave the link down below in the description for you guys to check out the article. Our final story for today is Asobo Studio and Focus Home Interactive have announced a brand new game called The Plague for PCs and consoles, which will be released at some point soon. We don't have any exact details about this action-adventure game because it's going to be more detailed at a conference which is taking place in Paris on the 1st and 2nd of February. This show, called What's Next to Focus, is an event which takes place and showcases games that are in the middle of development. More information and visuals will be unveiled and released at the show, and it will be interesting to see what happens with this action-adventure game. I really want to know more details about it, and also see how the gameplay works. It's quite cool. So we'll leave a link down below in the description to all of the articles covered in today's episode. We really do hope you have enjoyed all of the content that we've covered in this episode as well. If you do have any feedback, any questions, any advice, do leave it down below in the comment section. This is the second episode of the show. We're still changing things around a little bit here and there, making sure that this is the best quality for you guys. So it'll be greatly appreciated if you do provide any feedback. If you do want to talk about or view any of the topics discussed in today's show, the links will be down below in the description. The comments section is open. Contact us on Twitter at OfficialGMYT, or join our Discord server, which is linked down below in the description. We love communicating with you guys and want to make sure that you have the best communication with a media outlet like ourselves. Also, if you do want to support us, you can over on Patreon. Our link is down below in the description for you guys to check out. This isn't compulsory, but it's greatly appreciated. It really does help us develop our content on our website and increase the variety of content that we have on the channel by paying for some of our writing content and also upcoming games, upgrading the infrastructure, getting new equipment and things like that. So if you can support us by supporting us on Patreon, it would be greatly appreciated. Once again, this isn't compulsory, so you don't have to do it. This content is free, but if you can, please do support us. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow our SoundCloud for all of the latest episodes. Check out our website and all of our other bits of social media to stay up to date with all of the latest gaming news and reviews. We'll be seeing you tomorrow for our week in review, most likely, so do stay tuned for what will be shaping up to an awesome week next week with all of the Nintendo Switch content that will be revealed. Thank you for listening. See you soon.